bring us back to your those tournaments where you were an All-American. All-American as a sophomore, not as a junior, and then boom, as a senior. The first guy, at least in our era, not Tam Tanis. We were chasing Tom Tanis for a long time, but you kind of broke that door down in the era that I was coaching, and there was so much said about it. And to be honest, I never thought that year you were going to be that guy, right? Never thought that year.
Never. I mean, I remember joking around with you all year, and I'll be like, dude, I just need to turn it on for one tournament.
Yeah.
Like, I just need one tournament. And, the sophomore year was really cool. There's obviously a video on Flow. I remember Ant was in there. I think he was redshirting. But, I remember there's two instances I remember. One, the match before he got WAs at Drexel. I really, honestly, I was like thinking about quitting, man. I was just I couldn't figure it out. So I remember going to you. I'm like, yo, Goody, man, I want to be great. Like, I want to be great. Like, what do I got to do? And you're like, well, listen, man, like, morning lift and 3 p.m. practice isn't enough. It's just not enough. Like, guys are living in the gym. They're doing their schoolwork. They're living in the gym. So, 2 weeks, I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to live in the gym. And went to EIWAs, had a great tournament, and, put myself in a position at NCAAs where I'm like, all right, I'm just going to let it fly. And, I dropped my first match, and I'm wrestling. I thought I was the worst guy in the bracket. Right? So I'm wrestling the Eastern Michigan kid, and I'm like, all right, well, I think this kid might be the worst guy in the bracket. This kid's double legging me off my feet, right? I'm getting killed. Goody throws. I'm down like 8-2. Goody throws the brick in. He's like, good. I think Leo's in the corner. And Leo's like, dude, there's nothing to challenge. He's like, I just want to talk to him. He's like, dude, do not go 0-2 at this tournament. I end up scoring like 15 straight points. And that night, Goody's in his room alone. I get a text. He's like, yo, come to my room. And he's like, listen, man. He's like, you could do this. He's like, you got Penna, Roger Penna. He's returning 2-time All-American. He's like, that's going to be your toughest match. He's like, you get through that. He's like, let's try to catch this guy. He's like, you're probably gonna have Brunson from Oregon or Illinois. He ended up being All-American, right? Sometime in his career. And then Nestor in the round of 12. And Nestor trained with us, and I just felt comfortable wrestling him. Lost to him 3 times that year. But, dude, I don't know. It just felt comfortable. And, the way the next day went, I pinned Penna in 10 seconds, caught him. I caught the next guy in, like, the second period. I did my patent and move getting out of legs, and I ended up majoring Nestor. And it was just, like, kind of like, I was like, damn, like, it was, like, kind of easy. But, like, at the end of the day, like, it's not easy. You just got to believe it, really.
So that's kind of that's exactly how it went. But when I called him to my room, man, it was and it's a great story. And if one day I write a book, this will definitely be in there because I did challenge it. He goes on this run. There was nothing to challenge. And I was just like, you're not really losing to this guy, right? Like one of my Goodale's a jerk. I could just see, Perotti, I want to kill Goodale while he's wrestling. He ends up rolling. I hand him his stuff.
Yeah,
I walk
threw it on the ground.
Across the mat. He's the only guy left in the tournament. Through the turnstiles, I'm going through this. I'm not going to have, we're not going to have another All-American. I'm going to have to go through a whole year of the scrutiny of all the shit, blah, blah, blah. I walk up into my room. I put the covers over my head. I call my wife, and my wife says, you are such a baby. Does Anthony think he can win? I'm like, he can't beat Penna. I know he can't beat Penna. He beat Winston. I'm fighting with my wife. She's in Jersey. I'm in Oklahoma City. And she's like, well, listen, maybe the kid believes it. Maybe you should have a little belief in him. So then I call him because she made me call him. And I said those exact words, and he left there. He's like, I'm going to beat this guy. He leaves the room, and I'm like, he's not beating this guy. That's my luck. We walk over. I'm like, yo, man, if you can hit that bottom leg cradle, and we called a dresser dump, and Perotti was great with it, hits it, 10-second fall, and then he gets on a roll. And that's truly what happened. But that phone call you made after the Drexler match, you lost at the rack, was about 1 a.m. And it was like, go on these runs, start running every morning, just put in time. And we went out in Oklahoma. I'll never forget this. You and I went for a run out in Oklahoma City. I don't know if you remember this.
Dusted.
You left me. We get over a bridge, and it's a bad part of town. And I can't run like he can run. This dude's a gazelle because he's training. He's getting ready for this tournament. And I'm out there at 7 a.m, just almost lost. I didn't know where the heck I was. I was probably 4 miles out. And he circles back to the hotel, and I end up making it back there, and the rest is history. It was great.